A while back ago, I made a video on MatPat and all the mystery and drama that surrounds him and another show named Frame by Frame. In there, I said that I'm going to read aloud any comment that I get and respond to them in another video. So here we are. This is probably going to be the last time that I'm going to talk about anything MatPat related. Next week going to be the second episode of Passerby. And after that, I'm going to upload this Halloween special video that I made. So I'm looking forward to your guys' comment on that video. Alright, let's get down to business. And let's start off with a bunch of really simple comments. Ace Epic Gaming said, nice. Thank you. Valvarenaga said, that's crazy. Again, thank you so much. Then Oko in here said that you made a theory about the Fury channel, lol. And it's like that exhibit meme, dude. It's like, dude, I heard you like Fury, so we made a Fury on your Fury channel. Anyway, now, another comment that I got was from HM that said, to be honest, MatPat is not the best person, but even he wouldn't go that far. Again, HM, thank you so much for leaving your comment. And my response to that is that MatPat already went toe-to-toe with $1 million company over some legal matter. And he was absolutely in the right for that situation. But my point is that he isn't really a stranger to the whole legal court world, if you get what I mean. You know? And other than that, and not only that, you really don't need to be like very familiar with this situation. All you have to do is to threaten someone to say that, hey, I'm gonna bring you to court, I'm gonna sue you. And if that person doesn't see it in themselves to like go to court over some issue, if they don't have the money for it, they're just gonna back off. And I'm pretty sure, more than likely, this is what happened between MatPat and Kyle. Another comment that I got was from Crockety123, which said, hey, what if people just got rid of their stuff sometimes? Maybe let's not make others look evil via a situation we know nothing about. First off, Crockety123, thank you so much for leaving your comments here. And your theory sounds plausible, but again, here's another bigger issue that I have with MatPat. He ignored the fans of this show for such a long time, so I believe that us fans are more than, have the right to speculate onto what happened. And after so many years, when that one comment that we got from Damien is the only response that we got to this whole mystery, then again, we are more than in the right to speculate that, hey, maybe this whole legal matter was this legal dispute between MatPat and Kyle. Other than that, another comment that I got was from Emmett Holt. Emmett Holt in here says that MatPat is, an okay person, most likely as are most people. And I feel that your interest in making good content and finding someone to blame may be clouding your judgment. Plus, he could have just started a new channel, but he didn't. He was tired of YouTube, so he probably just quit and didn't make a video about it. And in terms of legal matters, who's to say it was even MatPat? He may have gotten arrested for animal abuse, or something that was not able to continue making videos. If you keep prying into this, I think that it would be a little absurd. This comment is very similar to this last comment that I got, which was from Colgate. I should preface this by saying I know nothing about Kyle's character, but I feel like it's unlikely that MatPat would go to court over the rights to a YouTube series, as the amount of hassle it would be for such little reward just wouldn't be worth it. So I present a different possibility. Again, I really don't know much about Kyle himself. That being, he may have done something that got him in trouble with the law. This would have led the film theorist and Damien to remove content involving him to avoid public backlash for both themselves as well as keeping Kyle from internet harassment. Which also explains why Kyle wouldn't have made a fuss about it, because it would have been fair for him to do so if it would have screwed him over by MatPat. Again, both Colgate and Emmett Holt, thank you guys so much for leaving your comments. You guys brought some theories, again, which are more than plausible. But here's some of my issues with them. First off is that if Kyle committed a crime outside of YouTube, which would have got him into hot water with the law, we would have known about it. You know, this stuff is very hard to keep a secret. And, you know, throughout all of these years, like, all of this stuff went down back in 2017. We are in 2022 right now. Wouldn't you have thought that maybe by now, like, some news would have came out about what happened with Kyle? You know? And the thing is that, also another issue that I have with Colgate's comments is that, listen, Damien never deleted his videos of Kyle. Kyle just like deleted all the videos that he had the ownership to of it, but Damien always like remained them up. You know, he always kept them up. So again, I really don't think that this legal matter that Damien mentioned in his comment had anything to do with anything that Kyle might have committed. You know? And other than that, I brought all of this stuff so I can explain my bigger issue with MatPat. And I kind of hinted it in my latest video, but I'm going to explain it more in here. Here's my biggest issue with MatPat, and it's the fact that he's not some young kid making videos in his parents' basement anymore. Right now, he's a corporation. Just look at his recent videos. First off, you would notice it's a crazy amount of videos. Honestly, if all of these theories were his own, you would have seen like, okay, a video every month. You wouldn't see a video every week, you know? And what I'm pointing out to is that a whole lot of these theories is not even his own. One of his recent video is this video on Evertail, you know, which I watched. I actually thought that, okay, that was a really killer video. That was actually really good. But then later on, I find out that actually all of those evidence that he used in his videos for his theory was actually gathered by another Twitter/Reddit user. And the second thing you would notice is that all of these crazy amount of videos are on a handful of like video games, like either like Five Nights at Freddy's or Poppy Playtime or all of those stupid like Nintendo games. Like here's the thing, he's always like going on and on about, okay, what is the height of Mario? Like, dude, how can you prove that? How can you prove that the developers were intended for Mario to be in that same exact height? Okay? You can say that, alright, like for example, like the video game developer like intended for this theme, for this meaning to be in this video game, but you can never like scientifically prove that, say that, yeah, like freaking Masahiro Sakurai wanted Mario to be this size. It's fucking crazy. The only reason that he's making these videos is for views. Other than that, because if it wasn't, he would have started making videos on video games that actually have some themes to it, have some mysteries to it. He never once made a video on Silent Hill. Can you believe it? Like the one of the most deepest video game out there, which I believe that every like single entry in that video game, even fucking Homecoming, even like Downpour, even like Origins, have some meaning to them, have some merit to them. He never made a single video on those stuff. Why? Because like the fandom for that thing isn't as popular as something like, I don't know, Undertale. All of this stuff at surface doesn't have any connection with all the stuff that happened with Frame by Frame, you know? But again, I believe that this whole issue, this whole mystery with Frame by Frame points to the larger issue that MatPat has no respect for his fans. It just views them as a bunch of numbers, and this needs to change. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. Also, one last thing, guys, please do not harass anyone that I mentioned in this video. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Watch out for the next episode of Passerby, and also that special video that I'm going to make for Halloween this year.